In today's episode, Cara asks, I have less time than ever, but a massive backlog of old content, of old blog posts. How can I reuse these for SEO? This is a technique that is called content recycling or content refresh, a technique first pioneered by Backlinko and then refined by Andy Crestodina. And over the years, I've adapted it to how I create content stuff. So, among these three blog posts, and there'll be links in the show notes, you should have plenty of ways to tune up content. So let's actually walk through the process. First, we need to prioritize what content to work on. Using an SEO tool of your choice, there's SEMrush, which is the one I recommend. There's a link in the show notes. There's also RF, SpyFu, Moz, etc. You want to identify the highest traffic blog posts and the highest ranking blog posts. And for traffic, I recommend using the Google Sheets add-on. So you can use this, Google Sheets plugs into your Google Analytics. And then for my case, because I kept the year and the month in the URLs of my blog, not everyone does that, but I kept them in there so I can sort them by and screen them by date. But you want to identify the highest traffic and the highest ranking older content. My personal preference is to use clustering. So I like to make charts. It's my thing. And so what I've done is I've created a 2x2 matrix of rank in descending order, because rank 1 is the best, and then traffic. And you can see here there are specific pages that really kind of stand out as having traffic, but not necessarily having rank, or vice versa. And so like these are the pages down here. Not great. Position 27, traffic 1. These pages here that have starting to get traffic. And could use a refresh. This is kind of this cluster here that I think I would pay attention to, some stuff that I'd want to improve in order to get more traffic and better rank. So that's the general identification process. Again, use Google Sheets with the Google Analytics add-on, and then use the SEO tool of your choice. Now, let's dig into the actual content recipe itself. So what are the things you do to a post to improve it? It is rewriting and refreshing the content itself, of course. Adding new language, adding new commentary, adding new content, adding new ideas, rewriting stuff. If you've got older content, hopefully your skills as a writer have improved over the years, and you can go back and fix some of your mistakes. Adding new data and new research is a definite, simple, easy way to boost the value of what you've published. Adding new graphics, tuning up old graphics, for example, is an important way. Adding video and adding audio to a post are easy ways to add more stuff to the post. One important thing is, as you refresh, you want to add value. You want to add stuff to the post that makes it a better post. So not just tinkering with it a little bit, but actually working to increase the value of the post to the reader, because in the end, you still want them to convert. And just playing SEO tricks for SEO tricks' sake is not valuable. There's nothing good to be had there. Changing the metadata and the markup is important. So after you do your refresh, you absolutely need to change the data of the post and add in any additional markup that needs to be added in, from header tags that were maybe misconfigured to structured data if you've got structured data highlighting, and so on and so forth. And finally, integrating commentary. So if the old post got some comments or got some shares on social media, or some comments on Facebook or whatever, MySpace if the post is old enough, bringing that in and weaving it into the content of the post is an important way to help refresh it. So let's do this very quickly and easily here on one post. This is a post on the SWOT analysis, and it's okay. I mean, it's pretty good, but it could definitely use a bit of refreshing here. So I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to do both the graphics, because that graphic is pretty awful. So let's get rid of that and bring a new graphic in, and make sure the graphic has the proper keywords and stuff associated with it, and it looks in accordance with the rest of my blog. And then notice here, there's some sections here. I've got some bolding here, so that's indicative that those are sections that need to be called out separately. So let's do a definition of SWOT analysis. And let's just turn this into a subheading, because that's important to make this easier to read, as opposed to just being a wall of text. And let's call this advanced SWOT analysis. Okay, there we go. And now let's take a look here, make sure that we're got proper tagging set up here. This could go to medium. I wouldn't mind this going to medium. Actually, I don't think I want this one to go to medium, so let's turn medium off. And let's change the date today. So let's make it yesterday's post. So this will be August 22nd, 2018. And now this post is refreshed. And I think I want to change this meta tag to marketing strategy SWOT analysis. And I'm doing this because SWOT analysis is a better search term, so is marketing strategy, than the original here. We want to change the post title as well. So I'll change this to... Now, the last thing we're going to need to do, we're going to update this post. So this post is now up to date. It is refreshed. It is back on the treadmill, as it were. If you imagine a post cycling down a treadmill. The last thing we need to do is add a redirect. So we're going to need to log into our web server and change the old link to go to the new link. So in this redirect file on my web server, I'm going to type in redirect 301, and this is the new link. There's the post we just made. I'm going to go ahead and get the old link from here, and just make sure this is here. Save that, and now anytime that somebody goes to that old blog post, they should now get bounced to the new one. So let's go ahead and test that. And there we go, 2018 marketing strategy SWOT analysis. So now this post is refreshed. It looks better. I mean, it looks like a nicer post. It looks more appropriate, and it's been slightly optimized, but now is a fresher piece of content. So this is the process for putting something on the treadmill, for being able to take it and tune it up. Again, there are a variety of different ways. We just did a very fast example of taking a post and just adding a bit more graphical stuff to it and changing some of the metadata and the markup to refresh it. But there are tons of different ways. If you've got old blog posts that are really good and there's not much to be done, record a video of you essentially summarizing the blog post or adding your point of view on it. Read the blog post aloud, turn it into a podcast, and make that the audio, and now you've got some additional content and a new way of reaching people, because people who maybe don't want to read your blog but would subscribe to your podcast, that's a great way to do it. Same with video. If you load the video to YouTube and host it there, now you're accessing a different audience. So there's so many ways to put your content on a treadmill, to get it recycling, to get it tuned up. I can't emphasize strongly enough, this is something that everybody should be doing. If you've got stuff that's older than a year, put it on the treadmill. Keep refreshing your greatest hits, making them better and better over time so that they continue to add more value to your readers and subscribers. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and to the newsletter, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. If you want help with your company's data and analytics, visit braintrustinsights.com today and let us know how we can help you.